Hello students, welcome to P Block Elements lecture 5. Let us begin this lecture with group 16. In previous classes, you already studied group 13, 14 and 15 elements. In this class, you are going to study elements related to group 16, that is oxygen family. Introduction to group 16 elements. Group 16 starts with oxygen followed by sulfur, selenium, tellurium and polonium. Polonium is radioactive element. Occurrence. Oxygen is most abundant element present on the Earth's crust, and oxygen forms about 46.6% by mass of Earth's crust. In atmosphere, it is second most element present after nitrogen with nearly 21% by volume. Sulfur mainly exists in the form of gypsum. It is also present in living things like onion and in the form of galena ore, that is lead sulfide, it is exist. Selenium and tellurium, they are present in the form of selenide and telluride. Polonium is a radioactive element that is obtained by radioactive decay of thorium and uranium. Now let us see variation of atomic size. As you know that down the group, number of shells increase and effective nuclear charge felt by the electron present in the outermost valence shell decreases. Hence there is increase in the atomic size down the group. So down the group, number of shells are added, new shells are added, nuclear charge decreases, hence there is increase in atomic size. So what is the periodic trend? As we move down the group, atomic size increases. Electronegativity. Oxygen is the second most electronegative element present in the periodic table, and electronegativity in a group decreases down the group. So here you can see that down the group, decrease in the electronegativity value. So what is the periodic trend? Down the group, electronegativity decreases. Ionization enthalpy. Amount of energy required to remove electron present in outermost valence shell of an isolated gaseous atom is called ionization enthalpy. Okay, and generally ionization enthalpy decreases down the group. Reason is very simple, size increases, outermost shell electron is not firmly held by the nucleus, hence removing the electron is going to be easy task. But students, one interesting point you have to note down. We know that in a period from left to right, ionization enthalpy increases. It is because of decrease in the size and increase in the effective nuclear charge. But group 16 elements, oxygen elements, they have lower ionization enthalpy than group 15 elements in the corresponding period. Means oxygen has lower ionization enthalpy than nitrogen, sulfur has lower ionization enthalpy than phosphorus, selenium has lower ionization enthalpy than arsenic, tellurium has lower ionization enthalpy than antimony. So what could be the reason for this? The reason is very simple. Group 15 elements have half-filled p orbitals in the outermost valence shell. They get extra stability. Removing electron from them is going to be little more difficult. Hence, their ionization enthalpy is more than that of the group 16 elements in the periodic table. So, what we have in group 16? We have P4 electronic configuration. So students, general electronic configuration of group 15 is NS2 NP3. So half filled, more stable. Whereas general electronic configuration of group 16 is Ns2Np4, it is not half filled, hence less stable. More stable, so less stable. Hence ionization enthalpy of group 15 elements greater than that of group 16 elements. So what is the periodic trend? As we move down the group, ionization enthalpy decreases. Now let us see physical properties. Oxygen and sulfur are non-metals, whereas selenium and tellurium are metalloids. Polonium is a radioactive metal. All these elements exhibit property called allotropy. Melting and boiling point increases down the group. Electronic configuration. Oxygen, sulfur, selenium, tellurium, polonium we have, and symbols representing those elements we have, along with atomic numbers. Now let us see the electronic configuration of oxygen is 1s2, 2s2, 2p4, where sulfur is 1s2, 2s2, 2p6, 3s2, 3p4. In the case of selenium, 1s2, 2s2, 2p6, 3s2, 3p6, you can see 3d10, 4s2, 4p4. So here we have intervention of 3d orbital, or in penultimate shell, introduction of completely filled d orbital. So what happens whenever we have inner d orbital? Poor shielding effect happens. So when poor shielding effect happens, the outermost valence shell electrons are strongly attracted by the nucleus and they are less available for bonding. So in the case of tellurium, similar, we have outermost valence shell electronic configuration of 5s2, 5p4 along with inner shell 4d10 electronic configuration. And in the case of polonium, we have 5d10, 6s2, 6p4, and here in the inner shell we have 4f14. So simple representation. In the case of 1s2 I can write helium, in the case of 1s2, 2s2, 2p6 I can write neon, like that I can write argon, krypton and xenon and radon. So what is the general outermost valence shell electronic configuration? General outermost valence shell electronic configuration is Ns2Np4. Oxidation states. Students, you know general valence shell electronic configuration is Ns2Np4. Automatically these group elements are eager to take 2 electrons. When they take 2 electrons, they get octet structure and oxidation number at that time is going to be -2. Similarly, Ns2Np4 we have, when they lose 4 electrons, so in that case they show +4 oxidation state. When they lose all 6 electrons, they can show +6. When they lose 2 electrons, even they can able to show +2 oxidation state. So oxygen shows +1 and +2 along with -2, -1. So when we have -2, by gaining 2 electrons, -1 by gaining 1 electron. So remaining they show oxidation state of +2, +4, +6 and -2. So how they get a positive oxidation state? Oxygen atom in the ground state we have, there are no d orbitals, so there is no possibility of excitation. But in the case of sulfur, we have 3s2, 3p4 and we have empty d orbital in the outermost valence shell. So automatically there is a possibility of electron to get excited to 3d orbital. To unpaired electrons account for the oxidation state of +2. So in the excited state, this paired electron shifted to d. 4 unpaired electrons account for the oxidation state of +4. Similarly, that s electron can also shifted, hence 6 unpaired electrons account for the oxidation state of +6. Stability of +6 oxidation state decreases down the group. We are already told reason for that one is inert Fer effect. Whereas stability of +4 oxidation state that increases down the group. In plus 4 compounds, compounds exhibit both oxidizing and reducing properties. But the plus 6 compounds are only oxidizing. As the positive oxidation state increases, covalent character increases and ionic character decreases. Oxygen plus 2 state, we have example of OF2, minus 1 state we have hydrogen peroxide. In the minus 2 state we have water and magnesium oxide. Sulfur tetrafluoride is an example for plus 4. Selenium tetrabromide or chloride is an example for plus 4. Tellurium tetrachloride is an example for plus 4. For plus 6, in the case of sulfur, we have sulfur hexafluoride. The tendency to show minus 2 oxidation state decreases down the group because metallic character increases. Polonium does not show minus 2 oxidation state, it shows only plus 2 oxidation state. Except oxygen, all other elements have vacant d orbitals. The tendency to form plus 4 oxidation state increases down the group. The anomalous nature of oxygen is due to small size, high electronegativity, high ionization enthalpy and absence of vacant d orbitals in the outermost valence shell. Anomalous properties of oxygen, or we can study that one even under heading of physical state of oxygen compared to other elements. Students, whatever you are learning, they also called anomalous properties of oxygen. Oxygen is a gas at ordinary temperature while other members are solids. Oxygen is a diatomic gaseous molecule where other elements are polyatomic. For example, sulfur and selenium are octatomic in nature with figured ring structure. Oxygen is a paramagnetic in nature where other elements are diamagnetic in nature. This paramagnetic behavior explained with the help of molecular orbital theory, MOT. Oxygen being highly electronegative in nature, it shows only minus oxidation states, and with fluorine only shows plus 1 and plus 2, and it is not able to show higher oxidation state because of absence of vacant orbitals in the outermost valence shell, where other elements can expand the valency and they can show oxidation state of plus 2, plus 4, plus 6 along with minus 2. Oxygen being second most electronegative element, it forms hydrogen bond in a compounds like ammonia, alcohol, water, carboxylic acid, etc. Where other elements being less electronegative, they do not form hydrogen bonds in their respective compounds. Oxygen being small in size, it forms compounds which are more ionic in nature, whereas other elements form less ionic compounds. Oxygen can form p-pi multiple bonds with elements like carbon, nitrogen, etc., where other elements of the group do not show tendency to form p-pi multiple bonds. They show d-pi p-pi multiple bonds. The hydrides of oxygen, that is water, is liquid at room temperature, while other hydrides of other elements are gases in nature. Thank you, students.